I just got back from 21 days of solo travel for the first time ever in England, Scotland, and Ireland. And all I brought with me was this one backpack. Oh, ouch. I have had some friends who want to know, Nicole, how did you do it? Now that I am back, I figured I would just show you. This is her. She's lived in. It doesn't matter what type of backpack you use for this, as long as it meets the carry-on requirements for whatever transportation you're taking. I knew I'd be on trains and planes, so I just checked with the airlines and train lines ahead of time to make sure that it met the standards, and it did. This is just my old university backpack that I bought because I showed up at university first day and forgot to bring a backpack when I was packing. It's literally the first one I came across on campus, and it even has this little nifty pouch down here that you're supposed to put a basketball in. I carried snacks, and on this trip it's where I put like paper souvenirs. I have no clue how many liters of a backpack it is. It's just a fucking bag. Don't waste your money buying something expensive when it's just a backpack. So I hear you say 21 days in this backpack. What about all your clothing? Well, my dear friend, I did laundry on vacation. I brought enough clothes for 7 days, and I just did my laundry every 7 days. It doesn't take that long. There's laundromats everywhere. Some hostels I stayed in had access to those facilities, and I don't think any of the hotels did. But I still hear you say, how did you fit all your clothes in there? Well, my dear friend, I used compression bags. So I brought 2 compression bags. One for my clean clothing and one for my dirty clothes. So all of my clothing started out in this bag, and I mean all of my clothing. Socks, underwear, bras, shirts, leggings. I also brought a single pair of jeans. I could have definitely brought a pair of dress pants, but I wasn't going around wearing dress pants on vacation. I was just there to travel, see as much as I could. I still did my best to look like presentable, nice, and like when I wore my leggings, I had like long jackets and sweaters and whatever, so it was still acceptable. Clean clothes in here. Wear your clothes. Oh, clothes are dirty, switch them to the dirty bag. This compression bag's looking too small, this one's looking too big. Uh-oh, time to go do your laundry. Easy peasy. And now look, your backpack still has room, still has stuff in it. Then comes the toiletries and makeup. Yes, this is an abused Ziploc bag. Everything, once again, met the travel allowances for the airlines. I brought this Vaseline stick. I just got it. It smells good and it's sparkly for my chapped ass lips. Brought this little baggie of my makeup. It's really sad looking. Eyeshadow, a lip liner, this eyebrow thingy that I'm pretty sure is empty, but made me feel like I was doing something. This nasty concealer that I absolutely have to throw out because I bought it an embarrassingly long time ago and it is out of date. I even brought 2 eyeliners, a crusty eyeshadow brush, a mascara, which next time I go, I might just get an eyelash lift and tint before I go on vacation so then I don't have to mess around with it. I also, in this nasty Ziploc bag, brought this blush that my friend got me that I really like, so that was good, liked that. And then of course, mini toothpaste, good for travel, and a facial cleanser and a moisturizer. I also optimistically brought this sunscreen. I maybe used it 2 days. I know you're supposed to put sunscreen on like every day. I've been trying, but it's difficult to remember because it's not like part of my daily routine. I work week on, week off in a mine. So like for a week at a time, I don't see the sun. And then on my week off, I just don't think about it. But I'm gonna work on that. Another mini tube of toothpaste because I wasn't sure if I'd run out of one. I didn't run out of either. Spoiler alert. And I brought this little mini hair treatment thing. Conditioner. It's not conditioner. Some sort of hair treatment, but it detangles my hair. So I used it every couple of days as conditioner. And then of course mini bars of soaps that I sniped from hotels I was staying in because I wasn't always sure if the next one would have soap. Alternatively, you could also pack your own soap. Up to you, dealer's choice. I also brought this renewable cordless charger. It is a charger. I used it exactly once before I gave up. I also made the incredibly smart decision of before going on vacation, I bought a new phone. I bought myself a new iPhone. I had an iPhone 11 and the photos on it were just kind of crusty looking. I do have a nice camera and I thought about bringing it, but in my head I was like, traveling alone, carrying camera around looks extra touristy. Woman traveling alone, maybe don't. So I didn't. I bought this new iPhone that I'm filming this on instead of my camera because I'm lazy. I had an extra plastic bag, Ziploc bag that I brought with me. I did end up using it to bring sandwiches that I made at the continental breakfast at the hotel to eat for lunch. So that's been fired off in the trash. What else do I have in my bag of goodies? I brought my whole rain jacket with me. And you might be saying, Nicole, why didn't you just bring an umbrella? That would take up so much less space in your carry-on. Umbrellas don't work, and I stand by this. Umbrellas do not fucking work. I still get wet. I'm hitting people in the head with the umbrella. It's just not good. And I went to England, Scotland, and Ireland in October. I was expecting rain. Only rained like 3 or 4 days of the whole 21-day trip. It was crazy. So I brought my whole long raincoat. Like this covers me down like just past my knee. I've rolled it up. Is it a little wrinkled? Yes. But guess what? When it's raining, no one can really see well enough to see that your rain jacket is like wrinkly as all hell. So it don't even matter. Or I guess it does not even matter would be the proper way to say that. I also brought my 6 shades. They were not used that often because despite there being only 4 days of rain, it wasn't exactly sunny. A couple days were sunny and night, but mostly no. Additionally, I brought all this foreign currency and I did end up using it all. However, a lot of the places were card only, which was unfortunate because my credit card company not only charges the conversion fee, which is like fair, I get it, like Canadian currency to whatever external currency I'm using, valid, but they also charged an additional 2.5% charge on top of it, and they just couldn't offer me any credit card that didn't have that, which I thought was kind of whack. But we move on with our lives. I brought a sleeping mask for the airplane, which ended up being redundant because the only kicking, crying child on the plane was sat directly behind me. I brought this roller in theory to roll my bangs out when I slept. Wouldn't bring it again, didn't use it. I don't even use it at home. Don't know why I brought it. Non-drowsy gravel because I do get motion sickness. This is a miscellaneous plastic bag full of pills. And you know what? I did get sick on vacation, but not sick in a way any one of these pills could fix. I had to go out and buy medicine anyway. So next time, I don't know if I would bring all of these pills. They don't take up any space, but maybe I would just include some cold and flu meds to the roster. Charging cord. I also brought, yeah, you guessed it, KT tape in case I sprained an ankle. Listen, I did kinesiology and massage therapy. If there's one thing about me is I'm gonna have some sort of like resistance band and kin tape on me just in case, because you never know. You never know. A tin that says mints on it that was actually full of Q-tip and flossers. And then all of my souvenirs. Believe it or not, I pretty much only got pressed penny. I have one from Tower. I'm not gonna make you look at all of my pressed pennies, but just know you can't even, I can't even like, just know I got pressed pennies for souvenirs. So I've got my toothbrush. It's a toothbrush. Excellent. My hairbrush. Great. Swimsuit. I didn't bring this actually. I was packing and I was like, I don't need a swimsuit. I'm not going to be swimming. And then I decided on the day I was in Montreal before my flight out, go to the spa. So I did need a swimsuit. So I now have a new swimsuit, which is fun. My unscented men's deodorant stick that I've used. I can't tell you why I use this specific men's deodorant stick. And I don't just use like a woman's deodorant. I don't know why deodorant is gendered anyways. I just got this one, I guess, and it's just what I've been using ever since because I don't know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? It's relatively cheap, smells like nothing, does the job. I can't explain it. I just have men's deodorant, I guess. Yes, my other souvenir. So I did in fact kiss the Blarney Stone, and I did in fact get a dab, which apparently was already in my possession, so it may have just doubled up. And this, I just wanted the digital version of the photo, but I had to get the physical one also. Here's a picture of me kissing the Blarney Stone. I don't know if you can tell, but that grating is highly suspicious, and I was really relying on this man to hold on to me because I definitely could have like slipped out. Shout out to the poor men also who do that. Like they're there all day just chilling, holding on to people and taking a picture of them kissing this damn stone. I'm pretty sure it's just lying. But to be cringe is to be free, and I was there to be a tourist. I also had my fanny pack, and obviously I had my passport, my wallet in it, and this little notebook just to write things in. I already tore out the pages I used so I can use it again. I also coincidentally did bring a mini rosary and a chaplet, but that is because this little flower chaplet was my grandmother's and I just keep it in my purse all the time. So that did in fact go with me. I also have to say using the compression bags for packing was easy because I could just take my clothes out all at once, take out what I needed, and then put compression bags back in. So it made packing and unpacking at each spot really easy. I would just take out these and I would take out the giant plastic bag with all my stuff in it, put the plastic bag in the washroom, put these two out on a chair, and then get what I needed and put them back. This is a tried and true setup that I like to use when I travel. It has not failed me yet. I also do this for camping when I don't have to bring like all of my gear and I'm meeting up with my friend and I just have to bring like myself and clothes. It wasn't too heavy to carry with me. I wore everything that I brought. It was so convenient. You might ask yourself, Nicole, why would you do that? Why not just bring a suitcase? Because not every hotel or hostel has an elevator, so you have to carry your bag up your room. Yippee. My hands are free when I'm going around the airport. I didn't have to worry about my luggage getting lost. I knew for sure I would have all my clothes with me for the whole trip. I did not have to wait at baggage claim. I didn't have to pay extra on train or plane tickets for a check bag, and I used pretty much everything that I brought except for like, once again, my friggin' hair roller and some of the medication. It's just like way more convenient. It was just more convenient. It made my trip easy. It made my life easy. There was a couple of ride-on bus tours I took, and instead of taking the bus tour back to my original destination, I just got off and stayed in the last city that we went to, so I could just bring my backpack with me on these bus tours because it fits in my seat, and just say thank you to the bus driver and stay off there without bringing a suitcase that wouldn't fit on the bus, and then I would not have been able to travel the way that I did. If you are planning your next trip, I recommend try just doing it with a backpack and see what happens. I have no regrets about doing it. It was very minimalist in the sense that I had everything that I needed. You don't really need as many things as you think you do when you're packing. You can still look like cute and just travel in 2 compression bags. Just look at the material of the clothing you're wearing, because some things do get horrendously wrinkly in a packing cube. And that is how I packed in one backpack for the whole of my trip. I did take a lot of videos during my trip, so I might post some of those, I might not, we'll see. If you liked it, feel free to hit like. If you found it helpful, same thing. If you didn't, that's also okay. Feel free to like it for shits and giggles. I will see you in the next one. Bye.